JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanmanan Babugele Makaya, a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and entertainment all in one experience. Kamalamo andile gugulethu intombi yakwaCindi uMahlaba. Let's quickly take a look at your headlines for today. ZANU-PF to elect provincial council members. New charge imposed on foreign payments. Highlanders treasurer resigns, walks away head high. Beyonce blamed for surprise rise in inflation in Sweden. Now, ZANU-PF has directed its district across the country to nominate 2 people that will be candidates for the provincial council ahead of the sitting of the nomination court on the 21st of June. Speaking during a media briefing at the party headquarters in Harare yesterday, ZANU-PF National Political Commissar Mike Bima said the party will embark on elections for provincial council members this week. He further added that the individual nominated for the PC must be 21 years old and above, a loyal and committed member of the party, full paid up, registered as a voter, and should be one of good standing and character.
Kuti vanhu vakawanda vakava kunyange zvedu zvatipa basa rakawanda asi zvinotifadza kuti vanhu nhengo dzomusangano dzine kodzero dziri kuratidza kuti dzine kodzero yokupinda pazvinhu zvavanoda. Pakupera kwezuva vanoti upinde pazvinzvimbo ndevaya vanokuvhotera. Ndosaka tichiti izvo vanhu hatidi imposition, tinoda kuti ivo vanhu pachavo vavhotere munhu wavanoda. Saka tinoda kutenda kuti kwakaitwa basa rakanaka. Tiringoda iko zvino kukurudzira ivo vaya macandidates avapo kuti ayo dai basa riro rokukambena ravari kutoita iko zvino rinofana kuitwa murunyararo.
Now, Vice President Dr. Constantino Chiwenga has been awarded the India-Africa Achievers Award in recognition of his contribution to peace, economic growth and prosperity. He received the award yesterday at the India International Center. The award was handed over to him by India-Africa Trade Council Chairman Dr. Asif Iqbal. The award is a recognition of long-standing contribution for enhanced India-Africa cooperation and specifically with Zimbabwe, Dr. Chiwenga added. He further said that the door was still open for Indian business people to invest in Zimbabwe as the investment policies are friendly. 7 other African, including Lesotho, Malawi, Ghana and DRC, had their representatives honored too.
Our meeting with the Vice President of India was very friendly. He expressed the areas where Zimbabwe and India would cooperate.
This ceremony is more that celebrates the African excellence through recognizing and honoring notable individuals, organizations, both in India and Africa.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Building the brand. This is where you have to be to get where you want to be. Exploring companies and businesses that are thriving and leading is what we are all about. I am Mazimpofu, your host, that will be bringing to you big cooperatives and relevant people that will be sharing with you their journeys of successes, failures, and lessons learned in their businesses, from humble beginnings to global success. Catch me, Mazimpofu, on Building the Brand.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Moving right along now to the African news. Now, the death toll from Nigeria riverboat disaster rose to 106 people on Wednesday as rescue teams searched for more survivors after one of the country's deadliest waterway accidents in years. The boat, carrying around 250 passengers traveling from a wedding ceremony, capsized in the early hours of Monday morning in north-central Kwara State. Police and local officials said the accident was the latest boating tragedy in Nigeria, where river capsized, common due to overloading, poor safety and heavy flooding in the rainy seasons. The accident was very bad and it shocked the whole community, Muhammad Siilu, a relative of victims, explained. And now to the international news for today. Now, Australia's parliament passed legislation on Thursday to prevent Russia from building a new embassy near Parliament House, citing threats of espionage and political interference as tensions grow between Moscow and a major supporter of the Ukraine war effort. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said the legislation would extinguish Russia's lease on the site of a second embassy based on that advice of security agencies. Albanese said opposition and other lawmakers that are not aligned with the government were briefed on the legislation on Wednesday night and had agreed to pass it through both chambers Thursday. The government holds a majority in the House but not the Senate.
The government has received very clear security advice as to the risk presented by a new Russian presence so close to Parliament House. We're acting quickly to ensure the leased site does not become a formal diplomatic presence. The government condemns Russia's illegal and immoral invasion of Ukraine. Look, we're dealing with this very specifically, and it's based upon very specific advice as well about the nature of the construction that's proposed for this site, about the location of this site, and about the capability that would present in terms of potential interference with activity that occurs in this Parliament House.
Now, the Gold Mafia documentary became televised on the Al Jazeera channel.
Nonsensical documentary, a racist propaganda tool.
They have a right to sell their gold anywhere. In fact, I encourage Mnangagwa, bust the sanctions.
The government of Zimbabwe is incurring no risk, but it receives the tax.
Please wake up to the reality and the real scam that's taking place here.
Nothing but the best interesting stories and the hottest ones on The Alternative View.
The revolution shall be televised.
Let's get down now to the business side of news. Now, all outwards payment from Zimbabwe to any foreign currency for the next 6 months will attract a 1% charge up to a maximum of $50,000 as part of measures gazetted by President Mnangagwa on Wednesday to stem the loss of value of the local currency seen in the past few months. The 1% charge is paid by all the banks and similar institutions, including mobile money transfer agencies paying someone outside the country. Late charge payments mean a modest surcharge, but any bank delaying further so that the delay is now an offense will be fined a full sum money that is not paid in charges, and if not, then the director of the bank will be liable to 6 months of jail. Now, Caesar Holding is now paying coal suppliers in foreign currency, a development expected to ensure smooth supply of the commodity to the expanded Hwange thermal power station. The CPA, a lobby group that represents the interest of local coal producers, said while the state power utility was lagging in payments, the switch to foreign currency payments had enhanced the viability of the miners. Miners, the lobby group assured, had enough production capacity to meet the increased demand to power the new generators at the country's second largest power plant.
Welcome to Azambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Azambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, Book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
And now on to your JIT-TV News weather report. And on to your sports news for today. Now, Busani Mtombeni, who quit his position as the Highlanders Football Club treasurer on Tuesday, says he walks away from the Bulawayo Giants proud of selflessly serving the institution. Mtombeni left Highlanders family shell-shocked when he tendered in his resignation after representing the club's 2023 budget at a joint executive and board meeting that ran into midnight on Tuesday at Bossos Robert Mugabe Way offices. The South Africa-based Mtombeni cited personal reasons as well as opportunities he will be pursuing for stepping down as the head of finance. And lastly, on to the entertainment news. Now, 2 concerts performed by Beyonce in Stockholm last month may have caused Swedish inflation to rise, a senior economist has suggested. The American superstar kicked off her Renaissance World Tour in Sweden, playing 2 sold-out gigs in the Swedish capital on 10 and 11 May. And it appears the demand for the hotel rooms and restaurant bookings was so intense that it pushed up the official inflation statistics. Michael Grandonsky, Bank's chief economist for Sweden, tweeted, Beyonce's start for her world tour in Sweden seems to have colored May inflation, and also told the Financial Times it was an astonishing development and not something Sweden had experienced before. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us to all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, or rather you can go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Gugulethu Intombi Waqindi Umahlaba. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.
JIT-TV, just in time. The revolution shall be televised.